Do some of these judgments actually, do these impact private property owners?
They would.
They would. What does Fish and Wildlife, what does the federal government do to be able to compensate these private property owners if they are impacted by this judgment that has been made?
We're subject to the same rules as any governmental agency with regard to our practices, and if we do something to take...
Do they do anything for private property owners?
We provide technical assistance, we provide assistance...
Any compensation if that limits their ability to be able to graze their cattle, to be able to grow crops?
No, we don't, sir.
None?
No.
So do you see a problem with that?
I think that all of us as Americans are required to comply with the law. And so I live in Montgomery County, Maryland. If I do something, I have to comply with the law in Montgomery County, Maryland. It may cost me money, but I have to comply.
If we are looking at best science practices, I know you were recently out in Gunnison, Colorado.
I was, yes.
And you move up into Garfield County too, and Dr. Ramey, you can probably speak to this, you're Colorado, very diverse terrain that's out there. I looked at the map that was provided by the BLM for the greater sage grouse, the Gunnison sage grouse, and literally the western slope of Colorado reaching up into Wyoming is painted in the light pink red color as critical habitat. If we're going to use best science, if we have a recovery in Garfield County, it'll never be taken off the listing because we may not have had the recovery up in Moffat County. Don't you think that we need to have a better practices when we get recovery in given regions, given different topography? We've got to be able to have better policies because we are hurting small businesses. You come over into my part of the world, these are families that are worried about their future. You just told me that the federal government isn't going to give one bit of compensation if they're hurting people's business, their ability to be able to put food on their tables. And don't we need to really take another look at this and some of the implementation?
I think you are taking a look at the implementation, Congressman, and I respect that. I think my challenge is to implement the law, and responsibility is to implement the law as it's written. If Congress, in its wisdom, decides to change the law, then we'll implement the law that Congress enacts. But my charge is to implement the law as it's written, and that's what we're doing.
I'm out of time. We'll have another round. Thank you.